Welcome to They Said, She Heard, the podcast, where words become turning points. I'm your host, Samantha Gibson. Here we talk with leaders, dreamers, and change makers about one simple question. What was said to you, and how did it move you forward, set you back, or make you rebuild? Because sometimes the words that break us are the same ones that build who we become. So you guys, here we are, another episode. I will tell you what, I knew the podcast was going to be amazing, and it's like even greater and more amazing than I thought. But before we get started, I make sure that we do this week's shout out. So first and foremost, Ashley, loan officer galore. She is here helping us do the visual, the audio, all the things. She is awesome. She is my go-to mortgage gal. We know each other personally, professionally. I will make sure to tag her on all the handles so that if you have any mortgage needs, reach out to her. She promises to shoot you straight, honest, and I give her 5 stars. I go ahead and do a follower shout out. I try to do that every single week. I think it is so important. You are no one without your fans. I do not look to grow with followers. Those mean absolutely nothing to me. It is all about the fans, the people that support you, share, breathe life, encourage, pray for you, and all the middle things. It is so important to me this week. I have someone just very close to me, a dear friend of mine. He and I have known each other 21, maybe 22 years. That really ages me. But his name is Wade Lowe. He is one of those people that has just loved and supported everything I have ever done. It does not matter. He is always checking in on me and making sure I'm doing okay and making sure that I do not give up on my dreams and my ambitions. So Wade, huge shout out to you. High five. I'll be interviewing you soon, I'm sure. He doesn't even know that, but he's going to get suckered in because he's supportive. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop on in. I am going to go ahead and introduce you guys to somebody that I met recently. People that I've interviewed up to this point, I've known for quite some time. And then I got to meet this wonderful woman, and I think we just got along right away. So Dawn Marie, will you share who you are, your title, and what organization you're with?
Sure. So my name Dawn Marie, and I have a nonprofit for the last 13 years, and it's called Help Now AZ, where we support children that are experiencing homelessness or at risk right here in Arizona.
I love it. And I just got the privilege and opportunity to attend their gala. That was fantastic. I will make sure to share with you guys all of the social media handles, the different ways that you guys can help support. You guys know now that if you've been following for some time or listening to us, I am all about helping business professionals. So we have executives, we have employees, we have people from all different walks of life listening into our podcast. I encourage you, just if your organization isn't headquartered out of Arizona, but you have been looking for a nonprofit to contribute to, or even if you are in Arizona, I'd love to be able to connect the dots with you and Marie. There is just a need. I am a mom of 5 kids. So I think just this topic and this organization really hits home strings because you think that it can't happen to you, or you think that it's far away, and it's actually a very real, tangible thing going on. I go ahead and dive in on the question that is what caused the podcast to come to life. So I'm going to ask you this, and you get to share whatever is on your heart, no right or wrong answer. What was something said to you, and how did it move you forward, set you back, or make you rebuild?
Okay. So I'll have to go probably back in my childhood.
Okay.
Because I was one of them homeless children. And going through what I went through, I had to fight every day, fight for what I needed to do, to take care of my brother. I had to fight. And there's one person in my life that I believe really helped me, and that was my grandfather. My grandfather was there for me. And I know I would go to him and he would give me all of these amazing words that I could do it. He inspired me, and he told me to just keep going. And I believe that is what got me through everything, is experiencing him just being there for me because I had nobody. And you think about it as a child going through something, that the trauma that's there, the trauma that you experience in food insecurity, not knowing where you're going to sleep at night, or not knowing if you're going to be safe, or sleeping with one eye open all night, and then changing schools 4 to 6 times a year. So no friends, no nothing, just living and wondering what's going to happen next.
Mhm.
And so for me, my grandfather, he set it all up between him and the Lord.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and so it's interesting to me, and I think I don't know, like, I think as a child, you're only wired as a kid. So you only have a certain capacity to understand things for what they are, right? Because your brain is not mature enough yet to even comprehend the other side of the fence, if you will. And I think that as adults, you understand it to your bones, right? And there's all kinds of books, Body Keeps Score, blah, blah, blah. But you understand the critical importance of what safety
Mm.
means, like actually what it means and what it does. I don't think while we're kids, we understand those things yet. We know we need it, right? But I also believe that as a kid, you have the energy. You have the energy different than you do as an adult, right? Because when we're as adults, we get tired, and you can understand why you need a moment to rest or stability, right? Like, so when you share those things, your grandpa, it's interesting because my grandpa on my dad's side, we were really close, and he's always been an important figure for me. But you sharing that kind of reminds me of him. So that phrase, like when you say that it helped you, can you give some examples of, like, specific examples that just come to mind of what it did for you specifically?
Okay. All right. That's going deep. That's going deep. But I will say that being around so many people that at that time of my life were very negative, and I had to hold on to the positive things. And so for me, I would be going through something. And specifically, let's say, a male figure
Mhm.
that would take advantage of me as a child. And that happened a lot. Going through that, what do I do? Do I sit there, or am I in that moment of thinking that I'm a terrible person? Or do I think about my grandfather that's telling me that I'm okay, and I'm going to be okay, and that I'm going to do amazing things in this world, and to just keep going? So that's a real
Mhm.
tangible thing that I went through, that I would be around somebody really bad,
Mhm.
and I had to have these words of encouragement come out to me, so I could hear it.
Mhm.
And so I was able to block these things. Being in an abusive situation, whether it was physical, emotional, having that situation, being able to go, this is only in this moment, and that it's going to get better. And that's what saved me. Now, I will tell you, I was very good at putting things in a box. So I would keep my grandfather's words,
Mhm.
and I had them available to me. But I also looked at people, and I knew what I didn't want. So everybody I met
Mhm.
as a child, I kept in another box. And I said, I never want to forget that, because that
That's big.
is going to help me know what I don't want in life. So I stuck to that, going through grade school, going through high school, getting married at 15 years old, being able to go to them next steps, to going all of my decisions based on knowing what bad is, basically the basics, what bad is and what it's good.
So that's a big one. Um, so I have been a single mom twice now. The first three kids I had by 21. And I remember when I got divorced from my first ex-husband, we have a story in itself, right? So it was not good, but there were amends made. And then it's like, it was fine. Right. And Michael just recently passed away with cancer, but he's my older three. And I will say that there was these periods of my life where I've had to move a lot with my children because I had them so young. But there was this one, so out of things that have moved, there was this childhood box I had that one time I left in an attic at a house and I forgot to get it. And just, so you forget things along the way, right? Or you lose things along the way. But I have this photo box, Geddes photo box. And I've said this for the longest time. It has been the thing that I've carried with me since I lived at home when I was in like middle school. And so, when they say like, if there's a fire, take with you, right? And I've always said, like, if there were a fire and I keep it in my closet, it's in a specific spot because I'm like, if there were to be a fire, it's the one thing that I want. And in that photo box, it's stuff that matters to me. And it was so interesting because when I got divorced almost 4 years ago from my second ex-husband, I had that photo box, the movers were moving some stuff for me. And I almost forgot it because I had put it in a moving truck. And at the end, the guy's like, wait, because he was about to close the door. And he's like, your photo box. I'm like, oh my God, my photo box. Right. And so I went exploring in that photo box. I opened it. I hadn't opened it for a while. And it was such an eye-opening moment and a heart-opening moment because what I realized, I had been with my second ex-husband for almost 15 years. He's the dad of my two younger kids. And this box had everything that in a fire, that's all you're taking. Like, that's it. That's all you got, right? And I thought to myself, when I opened it and I started looking through, there wasn't a single thing from him. I had never put anything of him in that box. And it was so strange to me. I thought to myself, almost 15 years, and nothing ever made its way into the box of him that he gave me or that anything to remember him.
Interesting.
So you sharing right now kind of gives me these chills because the box has things from my first ex-husband. And again, even through our trials and tribulations, the bad stuff, it's still sacred and means something loving to me, right? There's things in there that matter. So yeah, we might have to get together for private because that I find fascinating. I look at, and again, you guys, I will add Dawn Marie's social media platforms and her website and stuff. But something that I have been able to witness firsthand is through the traumas that you have endured. And again, there's things that you share, and I'm sure there's things that you don't share, right? Your mission is one of such magnitude with love that even though you've had some really horrendous things happen, truly horrendous things that I don't want to say they can cause you to be bitter, but they can cause you to break, a person break and not ever want to talk about it ever again. You instead have done something with the hurt and the traumas where in essence, you're kind of facing it every single day because you're having to advocate. So it's facing every day what you went through, and you do it with grace and a smile and kindness that is that's special. I don't even know that there would be another word outside of that.
It's my purpose. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what God has given me. After everything, He has given me this. And you're going to help thousands. And we are.
Yeah. And you are. Like, we are, yes, because y'all, it's big, but you are. Because it's you. Like, even you are why we connected. You are why you are here today. So I really appreciate that. I'm going to hop in on a kind of secondary question. So we have the primary one that we've already asked, but it's the what's something you're currently learning for your personal growth, and why did you choose that to be it?
Currently,
Yeah.
currently, I got to say, I walk every day looking for people that want to be included.
Okay.
It's kind of like when I met you, and I get this sense, and there's somewhere that this person is going to help me help the mission, and and they'll be blessed at the same time.
Mhm.
So for me, it's just walking into what the day looks like. Now, do I have structure and things I need to do? Absolutely.
Mhm.
But really, we have to, as people, know that every day is a new day. And we have to open up our hands, our hearts, and we just have to allow it to happen. So when we meet people,
Mhm.
it is, there's a reason. There's a reason. And I don't take that for granted.
I love that. We need a mic. We need an air mic. I keep telling you, an inflatable one, because I'm going to need the mic drop. I'm going to need a mic drop because it's true. It's true though, right? It's that, and you know what I have learned over the years is, especially like in, again, corporate America, right? Like business, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, we're at some point in our life, something happens where we become such a provider, right? Where it's survival. And so you just keep wanting to get to the next and keep going, whether it's a sale, whether it's a sponsorship, whether it's a blah, blah, blah. But we forget that we just need to remember it's okay. Like we get to start over every day as a new one. I love that. Well, we're getting to the tail end of our podcast recording.
Oh, right.
I know. I know. It's for once in my life, I'm actually trying to keep certain things concise. So what we do is this. None of these questions are the same. You get to draw one. You get to read the question out loud, but you cannot answer it here. What we do is the day that your podcast airs, then you will get to go on all your social media platforms. You can be as creative or as generic as you want on answering on your social media platforms. But that way, everybody gets to hear what the question is. And if they're curious and want to learn your feedback, they'll go find out.
I love this. So just something that I take with me.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. All right. So read the
Okay.
question so we can see
Oh, I have to read it out loud.
just the
now?
question.
Okay. I don't have my glasses on. I was not prepared. Who's someone that always brings out your laughter no matter what?
And you don't get to answer it here. So you guys, again, that's going to be a good one. I'm actually really excited to see what the answer will be. So you're going to be watching or hearing the podcast today. When you are done listening, make sure to leave us a review. Make sure to share with anybody that you feel just needs the inspiration or the positivity. And then go see what Marie's answers are. Her social media links will be all over the place. And with that said, we are going to wrap up. Thank you for stopping by once again. Remember, I see you. I love you. You matter to me. Go make this week being best of what you want to make it. And just in a world where you can choose to be anything, kindness and love is the way to go. We'll talk to you soon.